This girl right here has
like crack.
got a sweet tooth.
I can't help it. It's because I'm so sweet.
We found a high-rated place. What's it called? Icing on the cake. Are you gonna peel off a thing for me so I can take a bite? We started watching that Netflix show last night, Chef's Table, and I think I fell asleep, and Deanna was just like in the zone. We're getting her chefing on. Let me get a little nibble.
Did it really take you this long, like 6 years, to figure out how to have a sweet tooth? How is it?
I think you're gonna like that. That's their famous what, banana one? Mm-hmm. It definitely has a new quality to it. There's like a quality to it. Davina's like, am I gonna get some or what? Everybody's like, me?
Sure. So you can't eat cupcakes about me? What are you, freaking crazy?
Freaking. All right, let's go on a hike. We found ourselves in a nice little hike here. Whee! And look at this little waterfall. So the creeks converge. I'm scouting out the best spot for my polar plunge. What do you say, Davina? It's a very fascinating area. There seems to be a settlement of sorts. Curious what the history is, but I love that they don't put the story on signs. So we get to be more creative with our imagination and figure it out for ourselves. This is like dream dad mode, actually. Now that she's sitting like this, before I felt like I had to support her, but I think she gets it. So now we can just go anywhere I can walk easily, like through the redwoods. Whoa! That she got a little. How'd that look to you on that end?
Oh, good.
That was the part that got me a little nervous. And I feel her leaning back.
Good. You're good.
Okay.
Did you adjust yourself?
You got yourself, baby.
You can try it.
You see that? Yeah, I figured those crazy kids down here taking those mushrooms. The United States of America said those things are illegal, and you shouldn't take them, Davina. And you also know what sarcasm is, don't you? You're gonna trade with Mama, and I'm gonna get in the water, and then we'll see if you like it or not this time. Yeah, guys. I made a video yesterday, I don't know if you saw it, a 3-3-3 challenge. I'd be curious if anyone feels capable of doing this. You do 33 deep breaths, 3 minutes and 33 seconds of a breath hold, and then 3 ohms afterwards, 3 times a day, for 33 days in a row. If anyone knows a better way of upgrading humanity than that, with the least amount of effort, because it puts the responsibility on each individual. Do you have 5 minutes, 3 times a day to take out to breathe? It's a good question, and to bring more awareness to your breath. And what's healthier than that for humanity as a whole? What's up with you, Deanna?
Oh no, I'm just itchy.
You're a little concerned about mosquitoes? Here, I'll hand off the baby and I'll get in the water. Oh, you do have, I see a mosquito on you. Here, let's trade. Yeah. That's the water I'm gonna get in right there, guys. And this video could be described as last call, because our event, what's today, Tuesday? Yeah. And the event starts Friday, and I know there might be someone signing up today, but it's at Multiversity. We're near the place now. And I guess between Saratoga and Multiversity, but it's kind of a secret spot here. But I want Deanna to maybe get a different angle from where I'm gonna get in the water to see how beautiful this place is. And so you're inspired to realize, like, it's not the last call forever. There's always a new moment, but I'm not sure if we're gonna be doing much more advertising for this event. You know, kind of the last call at the bar, like, last call for alcohol. This is like, last call for Life Force and Multiversity with the Mystic Misfits and Tribe Design. Come on over. So if you're sitting on the fence, this is just me nudging you. And because every time I see cold water like this, it's easy for me. It would be easy for me as seduced to be a fence sitter But then I realized, man, based on my results of like the 1,000 times I've jumped into cold fresh water, I've made it a habit. I've learned the results are profound and it's worth it. So here I go. I'll hand off the camera to Deanna. And Deanna, if you have any words to share while I get in the fresh water here about maybe why someone wants to do some dream walking or join the event or maybe what happened, whatever comes up. You might want to get an angle from up there if I had to guess.
Okay, I'm
I
gonna
might
go
even
up
go
here
that way.
because that's what Dan wants me to do. I'll be a good wife. Huh?
What Dan wants you to do, huh?
That's what you want me to do.
Who's
Well,
this Dan guy?
I don't know.
Who is
I
Dan?
will say yesterday I was talking about, I don't really want to be like, oh, you should go, but I was talking about yesterday on my Instagram that how it's about grabbing the timeline as it's open, because I don't really
like that.
believe
I
that
like that.
you'll necessarily miss an opportunity, but obviously the same one will never show up again the same way.
Nothing
so you'll
happens
have
twice.
a different opportunity, but it
Waterproof
might look very different. And timelines, man, they open and close so fast that whenever you feel the urge to do something, grab it, because that's gonna set like your life on a specific course or direction. And if you don't grab it, then obviously you're just gonna write a different timeline. But I think if you follow the one that sparks the most joy, that's really the one that you want to grab, then your timeline is gonna look, did I just spit? A lot different than,
Let me see y'all. Look at y'all.
it's gonna look a lot different than if you don't grab the opportunities that are being shown to you.
And I'll say on that, it's a practice. What Deanna's talking about right now, taking action, inspired action, is a practice that one gets better at. So if you really want to come to this event, and for whatever reason you're rationalizing your way around it, thinking logical, making sense of it, coming up with all the why because ways it doesn't make
For
sense,
anything in life,
you're going to get better at that. You're going to get better on I'll do this when, and that's not winning. That's actually the opposite, and it's very close to the word whining. Get it? Breaking normal. All right, I'm going to go break normal in the freezer. Deanna, I like your flow. Keep flowing if you want.
Yeah, I mean, not just for the course of this event. I'm gonna film Dan get in the water. But anything you do in life, like grab that timeline as it's open, because you might look back and, I mean, there's no point in regretting because everything is just lessons, and I don't really believe in like wrong choices, but
Does this look warm?
not making a choice is also a choice. And
The roots are in the water. Maka maka.
yeah, that's what he does. Timelines. Anyway, grab them. Create your own. Rewrite it if you're not happy with the one you're in, which is easy. You know, the future holds so many different opportunities and directions that you can pick and choose from, and it's really, if you want it to be different than it currently is, or the way that it's looking like it's going to go, then you got to take charge and rewrite that shit.
Water. I'm gonna get back in, so I really make it a habit, and that's called recycling for my polar plungers. And this is a different type of recycling. This is not like the reduce, reuse, recycle. This is like the get really cold, warm up, and get really cold again.
Daddy's in the water.
If anyone notices a pattern in what we're doing, a lot of it's revolved around seeing how alive we can be. You know, there's this idea that I think a lot of people are stuck in the idea of self-improvement. I was even listening to this speech today by Alan Watts of how seductive this idea is and how silly it is. Because maybe the only part of someone that actually needs to improve is the part of them that thinks they need to improve. Kind of like the only real problem someone might have is believing they have a problem, and that's not really a problem unless someone really believes it's a problem, depending on your definition of problem.
Are you a reincarnation of Alan Watts?
Good question. In some way, I think we all have a little Alan Watts in us since he transitioned, same as Daniel's son's bonsai.
Yeah.
Daniel's son's all in these trees now.
Baby's getting impatient.
All right, one
You're
more
round
plunge.
two.
One more plunge we got. Instead of maybe improving yourself, see how much you can celebrate. What the F is already going on? What the fruit is already going on? What the heavens is already going on? You're in the dream of life. Wake up!
And if you don't like it, like I said, rewrite that timeline. What do you think? Yep, he's getting in the water.
I got something else too about ego.
Getting in the water. What's he doing? What do you got about ego?
Oh, I was gonna say, I think There was another, I think it was like a compilation of that music Alan Watts I was listening to, and they pair it. And he was making fun of people that talk about the ego because, and it's the same thing I've said in the events, like, what's the most egoic thing I think to do is talk about the ego. Because what is it? It's like a figment of imagination that people are making something out of nothing, and they're trying to get something that never existed in the first place. You get it?
Well, a different side, a different aspect of yourself that you're naming something. Is that what you're talking about?
Or is it like I guess I'm thinking about more like when people think like the shadow is the ego. The shadow is not even real. The shadow is just the shadow is just the trees blocking the light, so it creates a lack of light, but that doesn't mean there's nothing there. Get it? All right, I'm gonna do 33 breaths here, and then I'm gonna get one more, and we're gonna close it off.
All right. Don't agree on all of his philosophies, but he's a smart cookie.
Wow, our celebration time. Our awesome friend David just signed up for the event. I love last second sign-ups. It's like, it's never too late. Never too late. Never too late. Look at these trees, by the way.